Hip Hop Dance Theater. My experience is the pros and the cons, the possibilities, and my personal mistakes. Today we research Hip Hop Dance Theater in the Knowledge Drop. Focus. Heyo! Welcome to the Knowledge Drop. This is Focus of the Flowmo crew, BBoyDojo.com and Cypher Studio. Today we research Hip Hop Theater. Many don't know that I've been working in theater for many years. With the Flowmo crew, we've done 6 full pieces in theater. That's from 30 to 45 minutes each. I've done a couple of solo shows myself as well. I've seen the tours, I've seen the ups and the downs and the sold out audiences as well. There are many good and maybe not so good sides to working in a theater as well. But I can definitely say it's a whole scene of its own outside of our normal regular weekly jams that we normally go to, with its own norms and realities. If you're interested in becoming part of that world one day, then of course, like anything else, it's good to research a little bit of the history, the early days of hip hop dance theater, in order to understand it better. See the ghetto originals and Jam on the Groove musical that brought breaking from the Bronx to the Broadway stages in the mid-90s. They had a huge impact worldwide as far as connecting the performing arts world and the hip hop dance. See the Rencontre Festival from France that did a lot of work for years connecting the hip hop dance world and performance art, the black box in the theater stages, among a lot of other important festivals as well. And interestingly, Helsinki has a small place in the hip hop dance theater world on the map as well. The Contemporary Art Museum called Kiasma, the National Contemporary Art Museum, has been running a festival ever since the late 90s called URB, U-R-B, an interesting and an experimental festival that connected hip-hop culture and its expressions with the theater stage world. The festival is like a little brother to the big festival in France that I told you about. And Kiasma, the museum, welcomed us with open arms already in the early years. So the first time I performed on a theater stage was in the year 2000, already 20 years ago. That piece was a collabo piece between my crew at the time, Midpoint Rockers, and Helsinki-based Savage Feet crew. We toured the whole country with the show, and later we united the two crews in order to form Flowmo. That piece started a decade plus of a close collaboration between my crew and URB and the Kiasma Festival. Now check out footage from my first solo piece ever on a theater stage, and the show was called I Am the Music. This piece was a reflection of my experience in the battle scene in the mid-2000s. Over here in Europe, the battle scene was highly focused on blow-ups and air power, learning how to fly, with not that much connection to the music, unlike Flowmo. So the performance was really a statement. I wanted to underline the connection between the music and the dancing. The piece was done in collaboration with 2 other artists, so not just myself. The first one was a VJ called Hahmo. He mixed his graphics, recorded video from battles, and also live footage from the performance from multiple angles. He had cameras set up all over the stage, one from the front, another one from the ceiling, from the roof, so he could give the watcher, the audience, a bird's eye view, another perspective of the live performance. And he would mix all of the footage, the recorded and the live one, during the performance live, like a DJ mixes breaks. And that solo from the Circle Kings that you saw over there just fit the message of the performance in a really nice way. And the second artist is called Marks Boogie, an ex-b-boy from Hat Solo's first crew, Full Moves, who later turned out to be an incredible producer, a master of MPC, and he worked together producing MCs like Kool G Rap, for example. Together, we flipped that CeeLo Green track in order to fit my dance a little bit better and also added some drums on top. Overall, the whole piece was a statement for breakers worldwide to bring back a deeper connection with the music. I am the here and now, the center of a perfect circle. I am the music. Looking back, my experiences working on theater stages would have a lot of variety. The effort, the time, and the energy that it takes in order to make a masterpiece on theater is a little bit different than on a circle or a stage, but just as big. During the time that I worked in a theater stage, around that time I was the most serious about making it on the battlefield too. And I felt it kind of ate away the passion and the inspiration for my passion, which was battling. And at the same time, the theater stage worked as a great outlet for my creativity that was more open artistically than the battle stage. I had no restrictions of what I could or could not do on the theater stage. So artistically, experimenting with my creativity, the theater stage was a huge outlet. The Herb Festival in Kiasma Museum, every year it was in August. So for the brief and beautiful Finland summer, we spent that summer nearly every year in the black box trying to get a new piece done. So locked in a box, battling creative blocks. I missed out a lot of fun because of theater work as well. Looking back, another problem of ours was that coming from a hip-hop background, we wouldn't let no other artist or mess or give us instructions or deal with our work. That was a no-no. We wanted to be our own bosses and not to listen to any other choreographers from other fields of the dance. Looking back, to be perfectly honest, that could have improved the quality of our work sometimes. They live and breathe the theater world and are professionals on that field, in a world that we were just getting to know of. Another big mistake, and maybe the biggest mistake of our theater years, was not to hire a professional manager or an agent to book more shows. We spent a couple of months to work on a new piece every single year, and we performed it a few times afterwards, coming back the next year to do the same thing over and over again. We could have easily toured for the whole year, or maybe even 2 years with one of those pieces, instead of making a new one every single year. So we missed out a lot of potentials because of not having more professionals on board. Working for a couple of months, only getting booked by requests if somebody approached us to come to perform. We missed out a lot of potential over there. Huge workload for months for a couple of shows. And that was maybe part of the frustration working in theater as well. It was work so hard for something that was gone so quick, then do it again the next year around. So to put it together, if you're interested in working in hip-hop dance theater, here's my top 3 advice. 1, get creative and use the possibility to explore artistically. 2, hire a manager or an agent to book your shows after you're done with the creative work. 3, don't be afraid to work with a professional choreographer either. They might just improve the quality of your work. Complete these 3 and you might have a new source of income as a professional dancer as well, besides your regular battling, judging, teaching, and rocking commercial shows. And as a professional dancer, a professional breaker, your income forms from small streams. And eventually, as an outcome of this, you might find a new creative outlet, a new form of expression, and that can make you a stronger artist as well. And that's it for today's Knowledge Drop, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. For more free inspiration and knowledge, head out to bboydojo.com, and we got new stuff coming out every single week. This is Focus signing out. Knowledge Drop, bboydojo.com, Cypher Studio and Flow Mode Crew. Peace.